Hello, weebs and normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, welcome everyone to another wonderful episode of TAC Time. We are really excited to be joined by another fantastic umamusume creator and a creator of many different things as well, and some streaming. You've likely heard of this content creator. He's one of the biggest, maybe the biggest, we'll have to find out, in the umamusume space. So without further ado, welcome Rednu.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good. Thank you, Rednu, for joining us on this TAC Time. I have a question. I've noticed on your channel, you've done a little bit of a variety of games as you've kind of created content. So for anyone who doesn't know who you are, and I'm also kind of curious how you got from where you started to where you're at now, and what kind of your current content output looks like generally.
Okay. Yeah. I assume you want me to introduce myself a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Hi, my name's Rednu, and I stream and make a lot of umamusume videos. Typically, a lot of them, I think the best videos that we do are pretty much the pool videos. So that's where I just...
Those are very popular.
Yeah. Yeah, you just go on stream, spend a lot on gacha, on like trying to collect the characters in umamusume. We also do some guides for, the Champions Meet, which is like the umamusume PvP mode.
Okay.
And
I didn't even know there was a PvP mode. Dang, that's amazing.
Yeah, it gets kind of scrappy. It gets a little competitive, so it's pretty fun.
Nice.
Nice.
So, I've noticed that I'm a Zenless Zone Zero player. I've been playing Zenless Zone Zero since it came out every single day. Haven't dropped a beat. I've absolutely loved it.
I notice.
Oh,
you have the Bing Boo behind you.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. I got that at the Tokyo Game Show a couple years ago, I want to say. At least. It might be longer than that now I'm thinking about it. But anyways, I've noticed that you did some Zenless Zone Zero content. So one of my questions was, are you still playing, even though you're not making content, are you still playing Zenless Zone Zero?
Like pretty much not much. Just like whenever there's a new patch, I might log in. I bought, or rather I rolled for the new, what do you call it? The Void Hunter, right?
Shun, yeah, her name is long. I call her Shun for short because there's a Shun in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, Ye Shunguang, I think.
That's the one.
I don't know.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. So I heard she's a horse girl, so I decided I would.
Oh, no way.
That's true. Yeah, she's like, I think I remember she's not quite like exactly a horse, but she's like a mythical version of a horse, some kind of myth legend horse.
Oh, like a Kirin?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it was Kirin exactly, but it was something like that, basically. Yeah, like you got the idea of it. Yeah. Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely super strong, very cute. It's all the best things you could want in a gacha game. So,
yeah. I downloaded it and I rolled for her. But yeah, I don't really play like too much. I don't really keep up with the story. I did really enjoy it, I will say. Like, I truly enjoyed that game. I really like the world and its characters. But more or less, I'm like super casual now, just really casual. Not a lot of time to play Zenless or, frankly, a lot of other gacha games. So yeah.
Sure. Well, your primary gacha game is umamusume. Is that correct? That's the main thing that you're playing, right? That's the main thing your content is about. And that game takes up a lot of time, like going through runs and stuff. I don't know if it's different for veteran players. You probably can optimize much better. But when I was playing, it was like you had to sit down and commit time to doing a whole run. And that's what ultimately kind of killed it for me. It was like, I just don't have the time to do all these runs and do all the other stuff that I'm doing. So, like, is that the primary thing that is, like, taking your gacha time?
Yeah and no. Because, like, to be frank, I feel like umamusume, what I really do enjoy about it is that you don't really have to, like, do so much in a day. Like, you have 3 runs where you can borrow a parent, which is, like, typically really strong. And so a lot of people like to do, like, borrow runs. Now it's up the number to 5. And do like 5 runs a day. I think that's kind of crazy. I think that you have a lot of time on your hands if you're able to keep up with that kind of tempo. But I think it's fairly very casual. And what's nice about it is that you just when you're out in the market or just outside, right? Kind of have your phone out and you just click a few buttons and then you put it away. It's not really like you're in like a combat stage, for instance, or that you're building certain characters. I feel like it's a very how do you like a touch and go game. For most people, for like casual people. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, gotchas are hard. The daily login stuff, I've tried a couple gotchas, but the daily login, after a while, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but feeling compulsed to have to log into the game, I'm just like, frick you, game. I'm not going to do it now that you're asking me to log in. That's kind of the attitude tough. I start to develop after a while. But something, and Graham knows this about me. If a game has PvP, that just like that's like an insane call for me. And it's kind of bad because there's a joy in like winning, which is great. But this is one of my faults, and I have many. There's a joy in winning, but there's also a certain joy in making somebody else's day worse. At least in something slightly inconsequential like a game. So I was wondering what the PvP. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like what the PvP thing is like in Uma.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm the one cutting you off, unfortunately. My bad.
No,
I totally get that. And my community would also kind of know that I get that too, because I'm kind of like on
nice, you get me. You get all right. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a game called League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. I haven't played it, but yes.
Yeah. So like right now I'm kind of like on this huge sort of binge on League. I've been really enjoying it. So I very much relate to wanting to win and wanting to make someone else's day bad. Through fair gameplay, not through toxicity or anything.
Bro, you're talking my language.
Winning them. Yeah, you know what
yes. I mean? Yes. It has to be fair. If you don't do it in a fair manner, then it's not as satisfactory. It's gotta be fair, honorable gameplay, but you just outbested them, and then there's, the added bonus that they're probably kind of mad on the other end. And sometimes you can see through their playing habits, like, oh, this guy's tilted. I'm gonna freaking, twist the knife a little bit more.
No, absolutely. You gotta they have to have hope. They have to have like a willingness to win.
Oh my gosh.
And you have to crush it. Right then and there. No.
I didn't realize we were talking with two sadists on TAC Time today. That's crazy.
Yeah, right? Oh, no. But for umamusume, to get back to your question, like what's the PvP sort of side to it? It's basically every 3 or so weeks there's something what's called a champions meeting. And this is umamusume is going to pick like this race course at this distance with this season, this weather, right? And what every player is compelled to do is go raise an umamusume, put them through their career mode, and build the best one that can tackle that specific racetrack at that specific weather and distance and time and whatever. So, that's basically the PvP is everyone's trying to raise a team of 3 umamusume to be exact, to tackle that race course. And then every race you're fighting against 2 other teams, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wow. So it's like leaderboard kind of based, like whoever gets the fastest time kind of, or how's that work?
Okay, so there's like 3 rounds technically. So the first round you want to get like 3 wins at least to get to advance to the next round, and then you get 3 wins in that, and then you get to the final round where all just depends on one race against 2 other people, random 2 random teams of 3. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, and so that once you do those 3 races, that is one match or whatever, right? And then you can do it again, or you're like done with it for this season or what? I don't know how you call those, like 2 or 3 weeks, but
Yeah. That champions meeting. It's kind of like that. I mean, technically, what happens is round one, you have 2 days. There's a lot of it, but basically,
I bet.
a sort of round or a sort of go at it, right? Is you have 5 slots, right? 5 sort of races to do, and your goal is to win 3 of them, right?
Okay.
Out of those 5, and each race you're matched against 2 random players who've built their team of 3 and is
I
pitting them
see.
against yours. Yeah,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Dang,
A
that's
little more?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's cool that they implemented something like that. I might have to check it out. I don't know. The thought of going into a gacha is there's a mountain
it's a
there
lot.
to overcome, but still.
It's a lot, and it's
Yeah.
it's tough to keep up with, and there's just there's a lot of sort of planning and sort of execution in it, and it takes up a lot of my time because like we're on an accelerated schedule for
bet.
umamusume,
True.
and so we're just pretty much preparing for this CM right now. It's Capricorn Cup, and
Okay.
it's going to be Aquarius after, and so basically right now the CM is happening, the champions meeting, and it's across like 5 days, so it's not just like one thing. And so we do that, and then I'm back to preparing for the next one, Aquarius. I'm
Right.
trying to raise an umamusume
Oh,
that's
jeez.
going to be good for that one, or a team of 3. And it takes multiple runs, right? Because like you could, I don't know if you've ever like played too many runs, but like things can go really bad during a run, right? You could get
I
like
bet.
night owl. You could fail trainings, right? So like a lot of things can go wrong. You're trying to fish for that really good one, right? You're trying to. It's kind of like shiny hunting almost, but
Yeah.
like
Okay.
through a sequence of puzzles and quizzes and answers and stuff.
Right. So there's a layer of like RNG that goes into like you want to do the right path as it comes up, and then you're also trying to not get like the bad RNG events that cause like the negative status effects to happen. And so there's like a layer of RNG. It's like this run has a 3% chance from beginning to end to be like the run that gives me the best stats, so I can have a Uma ready for, X race, and then you got to do all the whole thing again when the next CM comes up, because you always need there's a new track and all new details. Okay. When you do the racing, is it asymmetrical in the sense that like you're not racing at the same time as the other people, or do they have to, all execute the race at the same time kind of thing? I'm assuming not, because I think it's not.
It's Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think the other PvP that I had done, I don't know if his CMs were activated when I was playing, because I only played right at the start. But it seemed like it was all asymmetrical. Well, not seemed like, it was definitely all asymmetrical. I would just do races against their, generated characters. And so I'm assuming that's the way the CM works as well. It's not real time.
It's not real time. It's like semi asymmetrical. It is asymmetrical ultimately. Like
Sure.
they don't have to be there at the time, but they register their team. And so what happens is the game pulls 2 teams from whoever's registered, right? That's what
got
I'm
it.
thinking anyway. I think it does prioritize though, like people who are playing right then and there. And so
okay.
like I actually
Yeah, cool detail.
yeah, today on my stream, I streamed a little bit today. I actually got like 2 people who came in my chat. And he's like, "Hey, I just raced you. I just raced against you." You know what
no
I mean?
way.
I'm
That's
like,
cool.
"Oh, dang, no way. That's sick."
That's
like,
cool.
I've actually never, yeah, I haven't had that very often either. So I mean, it happens, and it is technically asymmetrical. You don't have to, be at the right time, but it's just like. They take it. They take from the pool of registries, or
Sure.
basically, it's how they.
Got it.
Interesting.
So what do you get? Is it just like bragging rights, or they're like in-game rewards if you do well in the CMs and stuff?
You get in-game rewards, so you
In-game,
get carrots. You literally
for
get
like
carrots.
pulling, right? Those are for
Yeah,
pulling.
yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
the gems to pull, the currency.
Yes.
Right.
And you also
Okay.
get like level up material, like monies and support points. So you get in-game stuff, and you get like a pretty good amount of carrots. Like if you get, Group A finals. So like Group A, in order to get Group A finals, you need to be Group A through round 1 and Group A through round 2, and then final round. You have to win it. And I'm pretty sure you get like 1,000 or 1,500 carats, which is enough for a 10 pull.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good amount.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're really incentivized to do it then. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely. If you like this game.
Yeah. Rednu,
Nice.
how did you get into Umamusume? Were you an Umamusume fan before Umamusume came to global? Was this something that was on your radar, or did it just kind of come up and you were like, oh, I actually love this game, I'm going to start playing it?
Yeah, good question. I've been into Umamusume ever since the anime came out. So this was
nice.
about, I guess, 5 years ago now.
Dang.
Right? So about 2021 during height of COVID. And the anime came out, actually, maybe even earlier than that, because I think the game came out 2021, 2022. But basically, yeah, way before Global came out. Technically, even before the Japanese game came out, I was into the anime. And that's how I got into it. It was basically how I recall why the anime sort of grabbed me was that I don't know, have you guys watched the season 1 anime?
Yep. We watched season 1, 2, and 3, and none of the like extra episodes or Cinderella Grey or anything, or the movie.
Oh, you need to watch Cinderella Grey. You have to
That's
watch
what they
Cinderella
tell us,
Grey.
That's what they say.
You absolutely need to, and when you do, you guys should tell me. But
Sure.
yeah, season 1. So you guys probably remember or know Silent Suzuka?
Oh yeah.
The orange hair girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the big scene happens there, the Autumn Tenno show, right? With Silent Suzuka, the whole incident. And that just kind of shocked me because like I was watching this show, and at the time I was like, watching anime here and there, like just cute girls doing cute things, anime idol, right? I was like okay into that.
Relatable.
Right? Yeah. And like, but then that scene happened, I was like, whoa, this is kind of crazy, and this is like incredibly like moving and touching, and the way they executed it was so raw, and like it was so like I don't know, it was just different, and so that struck a chord with me. And I heard that they were like basically doing this as a promotion for their gacha game, and so their gacha game would come out, it would be delayed. They wanted to time the release of the anime with the game, but that didn't work out. And but waited for the game, played the game, and I was playing it. I was like, this is a really good game. I didn't understand a lot of what I was doing, but I was looking at Discords, I was looking at the Google Docs. Like a lot of people who would know Japanese very well would put out a lot of information about the game. Game Tora, a site I use today, is pretty much a site that I reference a lot when I was playing the Japanese version. And yeah, it was just a really solid, good game. It was, I could play it on my phone and like not look like a geek just like doing this, you know what I mean? It was just like I could just be on my phone at work and just like tapping buttons. So yeah, so it was a good game, and so I really enjoyed it. And basically, in terms of like going into content creation of it, I saw the announcement, Anime Expo, I think a couple years ago. They said like, oh, we're gonna like Umamusume is gonna be coming out in global, and I was like, oh, what the heck? That's crazy. Well, I mean, at the time, I was like covering Zenless Zone Zero. I was covering gacha games. I was like, okay, this is a pretty good tangent. Like, I could talk about this. It's a gacha game. It's anime, right? So let me make a video about it. And the video did okay. It didn't do that well. But when Global did come out, I made a guide because I knew how the game worked. I knew the gameplay loop, and I knew how confusing it would be to a lot of people, how unintuitive it would be, and how a lot of people would have to like how do you say it? Like break in the game, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that's pretty much how everything kind of started.
You know, it's funny. I actually watched your reroll video, just completely unrelated to everything else. I am a reroll fanatic, and so I was looking up reroll guides for the game, And because I was like, okay, what's the best process, and what, I don't really look at like tier lists for which characters you should get, but the cards were of different matter. So I was like, okay, I want to know what cards I need. So I had like a characters in mind and the cards that I wanted, and I was like, all right, I'll do rerolls for this. And it was a very helpful video. I actually was looking at your channel just before this, and I was like, oh, I've watched several of these videos actually that had guys, and this is perfect. So that was very helpful to figure out what exactly to reroll for. So kudos to you. And I've noticed you're one of the bigger umamusume creators in the space, which is pretty legit. You've transitioned pretty cleanly, it looks like, over from, the previous content you were doing over to umamusume. Is umamusume your long-term plan for the channel and for content, or is there something else like in the horizon? I noticed you were playing Arknight's Enfield, which I am also playing. It's fantastic, by the way. So
good game.
Do you feel yourself transitioning and maybe incorporating that, or is umamusume your primary focus?
So right now, umamusume is my primary focus. I tried, to fit in some time to make Arknight's videos here and there. I have like a handful of good ideas. It's just a matter of kind of executing them, because umamusume, funny enough, it's on an accelerated schedule, and so like it's kind of crazy, but there's almost always something to do on it. And so between that and like having time for myself to like do my things with like hang out with my family, or like play other games or whatever, I just haven't really had the time to kind of dabble or like dive deep into something like Arknight's Enfield. Even if I wanted to, like I binged that game like a lot. I figured out all the factory stuff that I wanted to do. I came up with blueprints to share and make into a video, It was a fun game, and I still plan on keeping up to date with it for at least for the time being. And maybe something will happen. I do have like another channel, but it only has like one video on it, and hopefully we can get some more.
Sure, 100%.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I wanted to ask you about how you like, what about the anime drew you in? Because I don't know if you know much about Graham's and I dynamic, but Graham for the longest time wanted me to watch anime, and for the longest time I resisted, because I was like, no, anime's cringe. What are these humans with like cat ears and like tails, and sometimes they have like dog tails or whatever? I'm like, no freaking way. And now since he started till now, it's been like over a decade, but very recently, since we started the channel, I'm now at the point where I'm like, okay, the humans with horse ears stuff still kind of gets me, but I freaking love the story of these characters. Like it's freaking fantastic, So I've been able to kind of separate the two. So I was just curious, like, you saw umamusume. Was it like morbid curiosity? Was it like a genuine, like, oh, I kind of know a little bit about horse racing, I want to know more? Like, what drew you into the anime in the first place?
Right. Good question. No, I've never been into horse racing at all.
Okay.
I never even really liked horses, honestly. Before umamusume, I couldn't really care less. And actually, this would pretty much be the case even until Global came out. With the Japanese version, I was more into the gameplay of the entire thing. And yeah, the stories of Silent Suzuka was very touching, and Tokai Teo as well with season 2. And that was pretty much all I kind of really knew and understood about it story-wise. I really just enjoyed the gameplay, and I liked the roguelike element to it. I'm a pretty big fan of roguelike games and games where you kind of have to adjust on the fly based off random factors affecting your run. And so that's pretty much like where umamusume grabbed me and took hold of me. As far as like why I initially tried out the anime, I was just trying out seasonal anime. I was just like watching like whatever's new on the season, and I was involved in message boards. We were just like talking about like what is currently airing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What's the stuff everyone's watching, and that's kind of like what got me in that.
That's
Dang.
better than me. I started watching it unironically because everyone was just like, "Oh, it's just the dumbest thing. Like, what is this? The horse racing girls. Like, what? This is ridiculous." And I was like, "Yeah, it's so dumb." And then I started watching it. I was like, "All right, this is pretty interesting. Actually, it's pretty good." I ended up dropping off actually when it initially came out. Somewhere around the halfway through the first season, but then we watched it on the channel and you know, did it in full, and I was like, wow, this is way better than I expected. Like, I expected it was fine, but it was way better than I thought. So it's pretty interesting. It's amazing that Umamusume is just so much more than you think on the surface, and I think that's like not only true for the game, but or not only true for the anime, but it's true for the game as well. Like, it's just so much more than you expect. Like, the game is so deep, and there's lots of stuff to think about, and systems and options and all that stuff. It's crazy. It's totally wild. Now, you had mentioned some other games, and if you don't have an answer to this question, that's totally fine. This is going to be an out of left field question probably, but when I was perusing your channel, I saw that you had made a video on one of my favorite game series of all time. Now, it hasn't had very many games, but Dragon's Dogma. You made a video on Dragon's Dogma.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this guy's a man of culture. This is fantastic. So Dragon's Dogma 1, amazing. Dragon's Dogma 2, it was good. It was fine. How do you feel about the future of Dragon's Dogma? This is a random question. If you don't have an answer and you haven't thought about it, that's totally fine. But I always think about Dragon's Dogma and how I wish I could see X, Y, or Z in the future. Do you have any future hopes for Dragon's Dogma? Is there any hope, or are we're dead as a fans of the series?
So Dragon's Dogma 2, that's like the most recent one, right?
Yep.
That released. Okay. It was a good game. Fantastic game. Very cool, very sort of engaging, right? Especially like, you know, climbing on the ogre's back and just like stabbing the you know, stabbing it a lot on the head. I don't know if I could curse here. But you know,
either way.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just really cool, and like what I enjoyed was the character classes and the expression of the combat and the gameplay. How, you know, you had the environments. It's a really cool game. And to answer your question, I guess the most disappointing thing of Dragon's Dogma 2 was like kind of how it felt maybe a little rushed as soon as you like got into like the desert sort of region, right? Not too much depth in there, and then following that as well, and the conclusion at the end, it was cool, but it didn't really have the feeling of like my character's adventure, and like from then on, you know, it was kind of interesting. As far as like the future of it, I think it received a lot of praise. I think it sold a lot of copies. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me.
I think so.
Yeah,
sold pretty well.
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, then I think they definitely have another shot at making a different one. And if they do, I'm hoping they go just a little, I guess, deeper or a little more fully fleshed out experience. I guess like one thing that was super disappointing to me in Dragon's Dogma 2 was I was really looking forward to the illusionist class, or like I forget exactly what it's called.
Yeah, the one with the urn, or right? the not the cistern, I think, something like that.
Yeah. And it was just like, okay, this is kind of funny, and I really was looking forward to like, I don't know, breaking the class or making it feel really fun and cool and like strong. It was more or less kind of a joke, like for all intents and purposes, especially like with like attacking bosses or whatever, or at least that's how I felt. Maybe there's some new tech there that I didn't really get into. I'm not too sure.
Yep.
But I was looking forward to it being a little more in depth, and it being a little more sort of fleshed out. Like all the other characters, the other classes felt fantastic and cool. Like I think Mystic Spearblade was the coolest one by far, almost.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've been a long time fan of Dragon's Dogma, and I was a little. the situation that we felt with Dragon's Dogma 2 as a fan base is similar to how we felt with Dragon's Dogma 1, which is such a disappointment after like waiting over a decade for a follow-up game, and then we get like the same kind of result. It's just like absolutely ridiculous. My opinion of Dragon's Dogma as a series and what it needs is a little bit different than the majority of the community. I'm a big multiplayer guy, so I feel that it needs some kind of multiplayer addition to it, because like that class you were talking about with the smoke and stuff, that class is like designed to let your NPC companions kind of shine and enable them. And I'm like, why would I play a game where I'm enabling my NPCs to play the game for me? That's ridiculous. Exactly. Why would I do that? If it was my friends and they were like doing that and I was supporting them, that sounds amazing. Totally down for that. But I'm not doing it for NPCs. That's ridiculous. So I really hope that they add in a DLC at some point to Dragon's Dogma 2 at least that adds in multiplayer. They've already got the framework with Monster Hunter. There's really no reason for it. There's so much pushback in the community against adding multiplayer. Like, it's optional. You don't even need to like do it. And there's so many like cool systems between the classes where you can kind of, you know, interlink with each other and different skills, and like a shield skill that launches someone up in the air. Like, there's all these cool things you can do. So I'm just always a diehard. If there's an opportunity to talk about Dragon's Dogma, I'm going to do it. So I just had to ask when I saw that video out there.
You know what they need to do? They need to make like a Dragon's Dogma Night Rain. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yes, 100%.
That would be cool.
100%. Yeah.
Because then it could do what you want. Because for me personally, like, I would sort of lean in agreement to, unfortunately, the voices that are dissenting towards yours.
Fair
in
enough.
That, like, I do think Dragon's Dogma is at its core like a role-playing game, and I think at its core it's a making your own story and making your own sort of choices, kind of. But yeah, I mean, if they do have potential, exactly as you say, for like this cooperative sort of action and the characters playing off each other. So I mean, like a Night Rain sort of type deal, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Night Rain was awesome. That was a load of fun.
It was
so
great.
You mentioned that you really like roguelites or roguelikes. Is that like your favorite genre of game, or what would be like your favorite type of game?
That's a good question. I like a lot of games. I would say it's not exactly like, it can't exactly be roguelites, because like games like Hades 2, they're cool for a bit, but like I can't really like dive deep into them. I do like I guess more tactical and more strategic type of games in that sense.
Oh, interesting.
So like, I don't know if do you guys know Magic the Gathering?
Yes. I haven't played it a whole lot. Like, I've played a bit, but I know.
I played 0, but I know of it. It exists.
Well, my favorite game mode in that game is drafting. So I like drafting from a pile of booster packs, just a deck, and everyone has to do that, right? And it's kind of like you have to adjust on the fly based off, you know, what you get exactly from the packs. And so that's always fun. Stuff like that. I like fighting games here and there. I binge play it every now and then. But yeah, card games are really fun too, because it has that fighting aspect to it, but it's more strategic and it's more calculated, right? Exactly like the Magic the Gathering. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of games. I'm a fan of video games. Definitely though, I lean more in like, there is like an element of controlling the randomness and the element of that, like the RNG. And I enjoy the competitive, like winning and losing, right? That's definitely like the core elements of what I really enjoy out of those type of games, I think.
Interesting. Did you ever play Hearthstone?
Yep.
Okay. There's no game that boils my blood more than playing PvP in Hearthstone. I don't know what it is, but I get like embarrassingly angry when I play Hearthstone and lose. It's not a good time. I ended up having to just stop because I was getting too freaking upset. I do Pokemon Pocket. I don't know if you're playing that at all. It's much more on the simplistic side. But I have a Porygon deck that I actually really love to play that just totally fricks up everyone else's decks. It's pretty hit or miss. Last season, I got like a 60% win rate, which was incredible in the ranked, and I got up to Masters, which is nuts. But this season has been a little bit more difficult, so I'm kind of waning on how much I'm playing it. But yeah, there's definitely I don't know. I feel like with card games, there's so much RNG. I try and build decks that are as minimal RNG as possible, so I don't have to deal with it. Consistency is everything to me. So I don't like coin flips. I don't like, random mechanics, whatever it may be. If I can put in cards that like reduce the amount of card draw needed on something, then I'll do that, whatever it may be. So yeah, I'm kind of here and there on it. So yeah.
I mean, that's always the goal, right? In terms of deck building, it's always to reduce the number of random elements and trying to get something consistent. But, and this is something I feel very passionate and strong about, is that like card games are about controlling that. You have to try and control that as much as you can. And that's sort of the element, the sort of other enemy that you're playing against is that randomness. And it has to have that. Otherwise, it's not really a card game.
Yeah.
It might as well just be a fighting game.
Yeah, so you're essentially fighting against the opponent and also the RNG. It's like a
You're
three-way
mitigating
fight,
it.
essentially. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've
That's an
never
interesting
thought
way of
about
putting it. Yeah, I haven't, because I do some Pokemon Pocket as well. And like, I don't necessarily get like triggered, but sometimes it's just like, bro, this guy got everything he needed, and I'm like, the card I need is like at the bottom of the pack. What was I supposed to do, right? But
Right.
yeah, that is a good mindset. I like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool because like it's a topic I think about a lot, especially with card games, because I played a lot of card games. I've played Pokemon, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, speaking of like what my channel was kind of based off of, or like where I got so many of my subscribers, that's pretty much a lot of it is from Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. And so that game is super consistent, and like decks can, basically you have another deck where all your boss monsters are at, and this deck that you draw from is just a super consistent, well-oiled engine that allows you to pull everyone from this deck and just put them on the board. You know what I mean?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so like in my mind, Yu-Gi-Oh is cool because there's a lot of rules, and it feels fun to rule shark and know the rules like the back of your hand. But why I sort of deviated away from it, why I stopped really liking it, is because it was way too consistent, and it was like
Interesting.
you were kind of just playing a script. I play this deck, I play this Dark Magician deck, this is the script I do. You know what I mean? I play this Blue Eyes deck, this is the script I do. It wasn't really a card game to me at that point. And so I was just like, I'm like kind of good.
So how did it go fighting against other people there? Like, is it just like, well, my script will 10 out of 10 times lose? Like, I don't really know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, but just for the sake of an example, my blue script always loses to the red script, but will always win to the green script. Like, I hope my analogy here kind of makes sense, but
yeah,
is that how it went essentially?
I mean, there is matchups, and it is still at its heart a card game, so there is some RNG involved. So essentially what it is like with Yu-Gi-Oh, the coin flip is like the ultimate determiner of who has like the advantage. First, you get to set up the board, and it's like basically a bunch of booby traps you're setting at, right? This monster will negate your summon, this monster will negate your spells, this monster will negate your traps, or whatever, and you kind of have to play this obstacle course of getting through it. What happens is second player might draw this one card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that basically says, well, if you try to do fancy things, I get to draw a card for each time, and like I'm gonna find more answers for this obstacle course that you've set for me. And it's like, so matchups are definitely not going to be like, oh, this script always wins against this script, but it's you do have to adjust based off like if they draw that card, right? They call it max C.
Okay.
But yeah, it's you still have to adjust, but it's still very formulaic, the lines of play that you do in Yu-Gi-Oh, that I just didn't really enjoy. It's kind of like the one player, you're taking turns playing solitaire, because it takes a lot to build up the board. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like these combos and intricate plays. but it's not very engaging, interactive. It's not like this monster fighting that monster too much. It's more like I set up my board, now you try and break it. You know what I mean?
I see. That's what I was going to ask you. Was you said this is such an interesting way to look at like the setup of Yuga. I've never heard that before. Of like you're setting up a bunch of obstacle courses, booby traps and stuff. So, like George was kind of saying, do you find then that when you're playing against these decks, there's a lot of decision making that's being had in reaction to what they're doing? Or is it just like you're making slight adjustments, but more or less you just got to follow the script and you're hoping that like your slight RNG and your slight adjustments helps your script to just overcome their script? Or are you making big decisions that like, if I didn't make these key decisions, then my script wouldn't have been able to overcome this at the end?
See, yeah, it's not really a lot of big decisions like you're saying. It's like you play this card, this A card searches for B card searches for C card. Oh, you might have interrupted me? Okay, then let me just like deviate a little bit, or maybe I'll end my turn there, right? And we'll play off that. But it's just not like too much of a decision being made. In contrast to something like Magic the Gathering, if I'm playing draft, right? My deck is kind of low powered, your deck is kind of low powered. But when we put our creatures on the board, I have to make these really important decisions. Do I attack with all of these? Do I attack with only some of these, right? And I have to adjust on the fly according to that. Maybe I drew a bad hand, right? Maybe you drew a bad hand. I need to take advantage of that. So it's sure. You know, there are definitely non-games in Magic, for sure. Non-games as in like, you know, someone's going to win or lose based off like their opening hand. But, you know, it's still very formulaic in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not a lot of big decision making. It's just like this is my deck. You know, I'm playing, I don't know, Dark Magician deck, and this is what it does, and I'm here to do that. You know, and
I see.
Try and stop me.
Yeah,
yeah.
So do you play Magic the Gathering like in person, or is it like an online, or like what is it, tabletop simulator or something? Both? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Both, yeah. Sometimes I go to my local game store. I haven't really played too much recently, just because like there isn't a set that the set right now is not something I enjoy. It's kind of like whatever set comes out, because what happens with draft, you're just drafting from that booster box. And so the last draft that I was really into was when the Avatar set came out. That was really fun. Avatar
Last Airbender?
Last Airbender, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember that. A little bit ago, they did Final Fantasy 14, actually, didn't they? It was probably a while
Final
ago.
Fantasy in general.
In general, okay, interesting. Yeah, I remember.
Is that common then that they do collabs and stuff?
I think it is, right?
Yeah, they're doing collabs. Yeah, it's called Universes Beyond. I think the next set coming out is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which,
no way! What the heck?
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, if you guys enjoy something like that, maybe you want to try Magic or something. That's
interesting.
That'd be cool.
Do these collabs stick around, or are they limited time only?
So like it's kind of like Pokemon in that like this set comes out, it's gonna be legal for a certain amount of time, and then it rotates out. But in Magic, they have like different time periods. Standard is like the most closed in that. Let's just say, I don't know exactly the time period, but like you can use the booster boxes from this year, right? Or maybe the last 2 years. And then there's Modern, which is like the last 5 years or so. And then there's Legacy, which is like of all time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You could use every set. So like these sets, to certain formats, are going to be playable forever. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I saw those Final Fantasy 14 characters, I guess, in the greater Final Fantasy collab set, and I was like, oh man, if there was any time I was tempted to play Magic, it would certainly be now.
Yeah.
So
it was a big set, and the boxes and the booster packs are getting really expensive now because it's just so popular. It's really
cool. So how much is a pack usually? Like if you were to just buy one?
I'm off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure. I could look it up though. MTG booster pack.
I guess it would fluctuate. Does it fluctuate per collab, or is it always the same when something new comes out?
I think it's typically always the same.
Okay.
Yeah, for the booster packs, unless it's like a Modern Masters pack or some basically a pack for a certain format. But yeah, I think packs are pretty typically. I'm not actually. I was looking more at booster boxes because I usually buy those. Those are like 130 bucks. I usually
130.
don't buy
Okay,
booster
dang.
packs.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. So I guess it's probably, if you're
Yeah.
going to get a lot of cards, it's probably better to go for the boxes than for individual packs, I'm assuming, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you're, it depends on what your goals are. If you want to just crack open packs, like, you want to buy a booster box. But if you're trying to build a deck, you typically just want to buy singles. So you just like go on an online site. TCG Player is the one I use the most, but I don't know, they're not really, something's happening with them. I'm not too sure, but basically, like you could go to certain marketplaces, eBay, buy singles and make your deck like that. That's always going to be the cheapest. It's never
Interesting.
by cracking open packs. But again, my favorite way to play the game is draft, so I have to buy the booster packs to sort of play it, or sealed, which is also you just take 6 packs, you open it, you try and make a deck.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is it possible that you could like open up a set of packs and you just can't make a deck? Like it's just not possible, or is that not a possibility?
Like draft, you can definitely not be able to build a deck if you draft badly.
Oh, dang.
But
Jeez.
with sealed, which is like the most casual friendly, the easiest way to kind of get into limited Magic, limited as in like you're not building a deck and bringing it to every tournament, right? You're
Sure.
It's a limited format. Your deck is limited to play in that event, right?
Well,
With sealed, it's really easy. You just crack open 6 booster packs and you will be able to make a deck. It's
okay.
It's definitely for sure. The lands are like half your deck, right? And so they're unlimited. Like you don't need to open the lands.
I see.
Oh, so it's just
or
assumed
energy
that you
cards
have.
in Pokemon. Sorry.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's assumed that you
Interesting.
have them essentially. It's assumed that you will have enough lands and all that. So the only thing you're worried about is getting enough of, I guess it'd be creatures or something or spells. It's been forever since I played Magic. It's been like almost 10 years, so I don't fully remember.
Yeah, sorry. It's not assumed. It's the shop gives it to you. The shop will just give you the lands.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you have
Makes
your
sense.
own collection. That's fine.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about Magic, this is literally it, is I know that there's a mechanic in the game where you tap. I think it's tapping land, and I don't know exactly what it does, but I know it is a thing that can be done. That's it. That's literally the extent of my Magic knowledge. Is there's tapping in there somewhere. I don't know if you physically have the tap or what, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, tapping in the game is just like turning it sideways, and essentially it's
interesting.
It's it's an expression of exhaustion, like it's exerting, it's doing something, and that it can't do that thing again until next turn, where everything untaps.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Well,
it's a visual way to keep track of like spent.
Yeah,
I don't know, points, spent
like a resource,
spells or something.
exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
Got it.
So, Rednu, if you could play only one genre of video game because we're in the same boat. We're like variety gamers in a sense where we love a ton of different kind of games. But if you could only pick one of all video game genres, which it sounds like maybe you would lean into card games. Is that what you would play? Or is there another genre that's like, if I had to only play one, it's got to be this one?
That's a good question. I mean, if I had to and I can guarantee it's successful, like I would definitely play like a card game. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a particular one that you are particular towards?
As far as right now, no, because Magic the Gathering like Arena, it's cool, but like it costs a lot of money to just like keep spending and play because you have to literally pay money to buy the virtual booster packs and play it.
Oh wow.
Hearthstone's just a little, too old right now. It's like I don't know, it's old news. There's definitely players.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely players and it still works, but it's just like I don't know. It's interesting. The thing about like I'll play card games or whatever if I could. It's like it's tough because Magic right now is like kind of the only card game I really enjoy, and unfortunately, the game as it is not like Magic the Gathering Arena is not the thing I enjoy the most. There's a lot of things kind of not so good with it, but yeah, it would probably be card games, tactical games. There's like the Bazaar, which Reynad. I don't know if you ever heard of Reynad.
I have heard of the Bazaar. Actually, my best friend plays the Bazaar. He likes it quite a bit. I remember looking at it for the first time, and I was just like, "What am I even looking at?" Like, it was. I had to literally watch his stream for like a while before I even started to piece together what was happening. It's such a bizarre game, the Bazaar. Interesting that you've played that. I haven't not known anyone else. I thought it was like a tiny little game that no one had ever heard of because I had never seen it, and he was playing. He usually comes up with these kind of random games like that, and I'm like, oh, it's so interesting. So you played that as well then, and that's quite good.
Yeah, it's a good game. Would I?
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
It's so hard to describe. At least maybe Rednu can do better than I.
Yeah, it's a drafting game.
Oh, a drafting game. Okay.
So like, you pick a class, you pick a character, and so like, the game will give you 3 random options, like a weapon, right? Like a pistol, a bomb, or a sword, right? You pick it up, and then you go to the next round. You put it onto your board, and then your board does battle with the other person's board, essentially. And so you're playing against other players who've taken the same amount of turns as you, trying to put together this board of spells and weapons and whatever, and they're supposed to try and survive as long as possible. The more times you lose, the more damage you take, and you're out of the game. But the more times you win, and you want to get like as many wins as possible, like maybe 10, 12 wins, I forget exactly, you get the biggest reward. You get like free entry into your next one, you get like cosmetics and whatever. So it's like,
oh wow,
cool.
Okay,
yeah,
so interesting. And it's a visual feast for the eyes. It's not like any other kind of game visually that I've ever seen. It's very difficult to parse initially what exactly is going on. But the thing I like about it is it's very high quality looking. It's got that Hearthstone kind of like, this is a high quality game kind of feel. Despite the fact that it's very difficult to understand what's going on. So
have you played any PvE card games like Slay the Spire or Wild Frost or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You play Wild Frost?
Wild Frost is pretty good.
No, I'm sorry. Wild Frost, I haven't. But Slay the Spire, I have.
Okay.
Nice.
For sure. Actually, there's
it's a big
one
genre, the card games. That's what I was wondering.
No, I love a lot of card games. I played a lot of card games. Sometimes like those grand strategy games. I'm looking at my like Steam library right now. But what Monster Train, I believe, is one of them.
I've heard of that.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very Slay the Spire like. There's like this one game similar. But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Have you heard of Wild Frost?
I think I have.
That's my favorite PvE card game. I will wax on about.
There might be a
Wild
demo.
Frost.
I don't know if there is.
There might be a demo,
maybe.
but it's so freaking good. I love it so much.
I've been suggested this before. I don't know. Like for the art style, I wasn't too big into it, but like,
oh really?
It looks cool, and I'm sure like it would be a game. Like if I were to just like sit down and play it, gameplay wise, I think I would enjoy it. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
I really liked the art style. I liked it a lot. The music is incredibly good. It's so fantastic.
I can ditto that. Yes.
Oh,
the music, and it's catchy too.
It's very catchy. Nice. It's very nice. I've got probably, if I could look here, I've got how many hours? I don't want to say over 100. Okay, I've got 80 hours in the game. I basically 100%ed it. It was super fun. I remember when it got announced and I was like super hyped for it. Nobody was hyped for it at all. I don't know why, but I was super hyped. And then it finally came out. I was waiting for years for it to come out. Oh man, it was so good. Very good. Can't recommend enough.
I played it on my phone, and the thing that like pushed me over the edge, because I had played the demo and I was like, oh, this is really fun. But like being on the phone made it convenient because I didn't have to like sit down in front of my PC to play. I could kind of like you said, if you're waiting in line and all that stuff, like it'll suspend the game if you exit the app and all that stuff. And then I saw that there's a way to transfer files between PC and your phone. And so you can like, there's like cross progression that way. I was like, all right, I'm sold. I ended up getting it on my on the phone, thinking, well, I could just play it on my PC like with the cross progression whenever I want. Turns out I haven't played it on the PC at all. It's been slowly on the phone. But that said, I ditto Graham. Like I have quite a few hours on it as well, and it's really fun. There's like, yeah, it's a lot. I don't know if maybe Graham can summarize it better than I can, but if you like stuff like Slay the Spire and you like card games in general, like it's really good, especially the whole aspect of like reacting to what the enemy is doing. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. There's one thing that I really like in video games is like boss mechanics, raid type mechanic stuff. And I think the thing that I like most about Wild Frost is it does feel like that a lot. You're kind of fighting a boss that has a mechanic and you're reacting based on your decks to what the boss is doing. It's the best thing ever. I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's really good.
I'll have to check it out. That sounds pretty cool. Actually, I just thought of the game that I was thinking about like when we were talking about Slay the Spire. I was wondering, have you guys heard of Chaos Zero Nightmare?
Yes.
Yeah, Zero Nightmare.
Yes.
George hasn't because it's a gacha game, but I have, and I ended up doing probably like 2 days of re-rolling. I wasn't even really interested in playing it, but I re-rolled it because I'm a lunatic, and I don't think I ended up getting what I wanted, but I did play it for a little bit after that. But it's a classic problem of too much reading for like all the things that I want to do and the characters and looking at the cards and the decks. But the biggest thing for me is, and I hate to keep going with my answer, but I have found that these newer gacha games that have this mechanic, Stellasaur is the same way, where you do runs of a, in Zenless, it's Hollow Zero, but basically the roguelike, all these gacha games have like a roguelike mode where you get different power-ups and stuff as you go through, and at the end, then it's over. But some of these games have like taken that mode and made it like the main way that you play it, where you go through and you build up these characters, and then you like save them as like a screenshot so that they can be used in all the other modes of the game. So you can take that character that you built up with the crazy powers or whatever, and then use it elsewhere. I hate that. I hate it so much. Oh my gosh. I hate it so much. I don't like the amount of effort that it takes to make these snapshots. I don't like that each snapshot is different. I don't like that if I don't get the right things in this run, I'm going to have to do it again to get another snapshot. I just want my characters to always play the same kind of way. When I pick this character, I know this is how this character plays, and I don't have to make a new snapshot if I like level them up more and get more gear. I don't have to do any of that. It's just they're always going to work, and I level them up and they're always going to work, and that's just how it goes. I'm a really plain kind of guy like that. I don't like complexity. I'm more of a, instead of like a strategist kind of guy, I'm more of a mastery kind of guy, like a simple thing that I can master and do really well. So
I hear you. I definitely hear you. Sounds like umamusume might not be in your wheelhouse then.
I really liked umamusume. It was the thing that which was surprising because I didn't think I would. I understand the Football Manager people now because I feel like those games have a lot of similar DNA. But it was the time investment that really killed it for me. It was cute girls and it was compelling gameplay, but the time investment was too much. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you. No, I totally get you too. Like, that's why I also have a very special place in my heart for like, MOBAs or fighting games, right? Like this character, Ryu, Chun-Li, she's going to play exactly the same way she's always going to play. We're going to start the match exactly the same HP, at this corner of the screen or that corner of the screen with this amount of resources, and we're just going to duke it out, So League of Legends, like I'm going to keep spamming this one character and play it, and I'm gonna get good at it. Okay, I'm eventually gonna get good at it.
That's right.
So I totally get that.
Yep. Nice. So you were saying about, are you playing Chaos Zero Nightmare right now? Still, is that ongoing, or was it something that you played only near the beginning?
Just a little bit. I would be more than happy to like go back in and try it more, but I do think like for a fair criticism, I do think it has a lot of systems, a lot of different modes, and it's sometimes it's just like, how would I say it? I guess too much to play. So yeah, it's definitely just like on a list of things that sure I could see myself playing, but it just takes a lot of time, and so like could just kind of sit there. I'll play it every now and then, if I'm sponsored to play it, maybe I'll check it out here and there. I definitely think it's a good game, and I think that people should play it. So like that is honest. That's true. Like I do think it's a good game.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough. I have a friend of mine who plays that pretty decently regularly as well, so it's understandable. I think system overload is such a problem with a lot of modern gacha games. I mean, you probably experience the same thing as a lot of us who were playing Enfield. It's just like it was system after system after system, and I was like, bro, just calm down. Like the amount of tutorials and systems that are coming at me is just too much. That like even when I was finished the story, I didn't understand half of what the systems were because I had to put it off. I was like, if I learn all these systems now, I'll never play the game and get through the story. So I'm just gonna focus on that. So yeah, it's like a new creep. It's a feature creep used to be a problem of some games, like adding too many like things. But I feel like system creep is a slight nuanced difference to like, oh, now there's like all these little things you can do. It's like, okay, like I don't want that. I want some core systems that are really fleshed out and high quality and focused on instead of like a bunch of little systems that are, do this little thing and this little thing. It's like, oh my gosh. And the best thing in Enfield was the AIC factory system. That is just cream of the crop. I don't know if you ever played. Did you ever play Factorio or any games like that?
Me, right?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Sorry, I thought you. Okay, cool.
Totally
yeah,
fine.
I play. I think I have like maybe 50 hours, so I'm like a casual player.
Okay.
Of Factorio. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
Never built a rocket to the moon. Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Same.
15 hours.
15 hours. Uh-oh.
Like, Factorio is a dangerous game. Factorio is a game that, like, I can sit down, I can play, I can lock in, but then, like, hours fly by, and I'm just like, wait, I can't really sit down and play this game for that long. You know what I mean? So, like, I do stop eventually, so that's that type of game. It is fun, though, and I do enjoy those type of games. Yeah, the AIC factory was amazing.
Yeah, it was my favorite part of Enfield. Still is, so.
Yeah, no, for
well,
sure.
you've talked about games, and you talked about Umamusume, the anime. I'm just curious, like outside of games, what kind of stuff do you like? Is there any books, any other anime that you enjoy, anything like that?
Books? No, I don't have time to read books, unfortunately.
Fair, that's all right.
Like, I tried getting into audiobooks here and there, but then it was just like for not visual novels, light novels, anime light novels. But no, I'm just like, as far as that goes, like I don't even have time that much to watch anime too much, but I am a pretty avid fan of anime, I guess depending on who you ask, casual, but I do watch quite a bit, and I'm a fan of a lot of different franchises, like the Fate franchise. I'm pretty big fan of that.
Sure.
I like ReZero. I don't know if this answers your question, but as far as like between games and anime, like those are my core interests, and everything else is kind of not. Yeah.
Hey, it's me.
That's all right. You know what you like, and you stick to it. That's where
right.
to go.
That's right. That's funny. Yeah, we haven't watched Fate yet on our channel, but we have watched ReZero. We're excited for the new season coming up very soon. So yes. I'm not that big into anything else other than games and anime either, despite George is lamenting. Though to be fair, actually, I do listen to audiobooks sometimes. I listen to the Wheel of Time series on audiobook. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh, can't recommend enough. George is also George is my book recommending kind of guy. If George likes it, I'll probably like it, and it's probably high quality, so I'll listen to it. And it panned out every single time so far. So I'm going through, what am I going through right now? The First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie.
First Law.
So
Yes.
it's weird that I'm recommending that now because George is usually the one I feel like I'm stealing the recommendations. I'm sorry, George.
Mhm.
No, you're good. You're good.
Can't recommend enough. It's been really good. Especially Wheel of Time, probably my favorite book series. So yeah, audiobooks are great. Reading is for chumps. I would never do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just don't have the attention span, and sadly, I feel I just like I can't do it. I literally just zone off, or I just like start thinking of other things. I'm not diagnosed, but I have a sneaking suspicion I have some mild case of ADHD where I just cannot just sit
Sure.
down, focus, and on whatever I'm reading. It's not
Yeah.
not the easiest thing for me, you know.
Sure.
Fair.
That's fair enough.
That's all right. I had a when I was younger, a long stint where I was like really into books, and then for whatever reason, I don't know, I just like stopped. I don't necessarily know why. And then, later in life, I like picked up a book again. I'm like, why did I ever stop? This is amazing. And fell back in love with it. But yeah, it is it's like a thing you have to make time for. Unfortunate, unless it's like an audiobook, then you can kind of do it, around other stuff. But I usually like reading like right before I go to sleep. It like helps wind down kind of, and so that's usually like my time when I do it, and then I can sleep and stuff. But yeah, I ditto Graham's recommendation of The First Law, the audiobook of that. I did like a half audio,
So
half
good.
reading of that one. And it is fantastic. If there was any audiobook that would ever catch you, I think that one might be it.
The
Yeah.
first
The
law?
voice actor does a fantastic job. Yeah, it's called The First Law. Like
Okay, what kind of book is it?
I was
it's
gonna
a
say,
dark-
George, you got to elevator pitch this and
Yes.
sell it to Rednu right now. We got to get him hooked.
It's like a dark, gritty fantasy. It's not like high fantasy, like there is magic and stuff like that, but it's like very grounded. It's almost as if like magic, not almost, like literally magic a long time ago was like much more prevalent, and now there's less of it. Only certain aspects of the magic remain and all that stuff, and it's kind of dying
Right.
out. And there's
Magic is dying from this world. All right.
yes, yeah, but that's actually not the focus. The focus is more so just like these kind of immoral characters in some ways doing their thing,
Yeah.
trying their best to navigate an immoral world as well. And it's very entertaining, like the
Yep.
dialogue between them and things they get up to. I don't know, Graham, you're
sounds
actually
pretty
much
cool.
more recent to me. Yes, Graham's going through it right now. So I was going to say, did I miss anything crucial here? that
Yeah,
you would say?
I think the thing that I like most about it is have you ever seen Rednu? Have you ever seen or read or listened to? I guess maybe not listened to, but the Grimgar anime. It's called Grimgar.
Mhm.
You have okay.
Grimgar. I forget exactly what the
Exactly.
whole title is, but I know Grimgar. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very good. I'm glad we have the same problem with that. That's very good. The thing I like about Grimgar is it's a very grounded fantasy. It's not like heroes and this exciting stuff and perfect people in this grand story. It's just like a fantasy story about real people living throughout a fantasy situation in life and stuff. And that's what the
Yeah.
First Law really feels like. It's like you're not following a hero. You're not necessarily following a villain either. You're just following some people. And sometimes they're making good decisions and sometimes they're making bad decisions. And there's not really like it's not clear, at least yet, like that the story wants to really take you in one way or the other. It's just, it feels so organic and real as to like, you could tell like this person's a good person mostly, but sometimes they make them
Mostly.
choices that you wouldn't. Yeah, mostly, but sometimes they're making choices that you're like, oh boy. And it's been very entertaining. The characters are really well written. They're super interesting. You kind of love them. You also kind of like lament when they make certain choices. You're like, oh, I really wish I was not hearing this right now. But it's very interesting. It's gripping. I've been kind of going through. I have like a huge audiobook list, and I was going through these like kind of B tier books, and I was like book after book I would get like several chapters in, I'd be like, all right, I'm bored with this, I'm not going to listen to it. And so I finally hit what I would say is the A or the S tier kind of books with the Joe Abercrombie books. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of getting bored of listening to audiobooks. Is it because I'm just not as interested? But right when I got into the first law, I was like, okay. It was the quality. That's what was holding me back, is I wasn't listening to like books that are really well written. And then you can just tell right away. It kind of just starts to suck you in. Like, okay, I want to know what's going on with this guy. Or you kind of really love certain characters. Like, I can't wait to get back to this guy's story because it's shifted to another story a little bit. So very interesting. Super fun.
Honestly, sounds really cool, and I might have to check that. I do like dark fantasy, and actually, funny enough, if I want to bring it back to anime, it kind of like reminds me a little bit of like why I liked ReZero. I haven't really done too much of the recent stuff, like the most recent season, but like season 1 and 2, I kind of I enjoy that a lot because I enjoy like Subaru essentially being the model, or like not the model, but like the, how do you say it? This typical stereotype of an incel. You know what I mean? And so like
Sure.
you totally feel, and like even if he's an incel, I do think like at his core, he is a feeling that a lot of like sometimes lonely men feel. Like you have felt the things that Subaru has went through, right? And like sometimes the resentment that he feels, and the pain, or like his willingness and wanting to please other people, right? So and just going through his decisions and going through like the things that he does too. Those are the type of stories I do like and enjoy. It's just like characters who are ultimately human. They're flawed, and they will make good, relatable decisions as much as they make like decisions that are more true to their character and reveal more of an ugly side to them.
That's the best part, is it doesn't feel like they're written to be bad or good. It literally, it's such an organic story. It's like, wow, these are just characters. Like, I feel like I'm kind of looking into a little glimpse of just how the history of this place went. And that was just the moment in time that it was. It's really interesting. It's a cool way to write your characters. So, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. If I could, if you like, oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I could go after you, actually. Yeah,
okay. All I was going to say is, if you like ReZero, may I suggest another anime that we watched on the channel? And I can't believe I'm recommending this.
Is making a recommendation of anime?
Yes, because this has, fair warning, a lot of the more cringy aspects of anime, or at least the things that kind of kept me away. But it would be Jobless Reincarnation. I don't know if you've heard of that anime.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is along that same vein, yes, of like, you do like the character. He makes bad choices sometimes. He was definitely an incel, freaking the protagonist of that one, and all this stuff. And you're just like, I don't know why I'm cheering for this guy. Like, on paper, I shouldn't be, but you find yourself after a few episodes like, you know what? I am seeing Rudy is the name of the protagonist. I am seeing Rudy for the complete person he is, flaws and all. And despite, his flaws, there is a redeemable person in there. And that's kind of who you end up rooting for. And if you like that aspect of ReZero, I feel like this Jobless Reincarnation does that even more so, I think, than ReZero.
I have to
recommendation.
Try I have to try it. Like, everyone like that always mentions it to me is just like it does touch on a lot of the stuff that I do like. So yeah, I have to try eventually. One thing I was gonna bring up or ask if you guys watched was Orb. Have you guys ever watched?
No,
Orb? Not yet. But we've had it recommended to us on the channel. So every few we usually watch our Tuesday slot. So the anime that comes out on Tuesday is our community vote. So we put it up to a vote for our community, essentially. And it's been in the running multiple times. It hasn't won yet, but it's been in the polls. So it's something that's on our radar.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Who's voting? Guys, come on.
Tell our audience, man. Call them out.
I'm looking at you, whoever's watching this video. What are you doing? Like, hello?
Yeah, umamusume won and absolutely had a generational run of vote after vote. So there was
you
that.
need to watch Cinderella Grey though. Like if you're gonna watch Umamusume, you gotta watch Cinderella Grey, man.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, Umamusume was us. I don't think that one was on a poll.
Wait, am I like making
ReZero.
up? It was
ReZero won a poll. Yeah,
Right.
ReZero had
Wasn't
a
there
generational run on the polls. Then after that was Bunny Girl Senpai, I think.
It was Bunny Girl. Oh yeah, I don't know where I came up with that.
And now we're in like Kaguya. I think we're on Kaguya right now.
Kaguya.
Kaguya-sama.
Yeah,
Yes.
as we're on season 2 now. That we got voted in once.
Love
and
is War.
Love is War. That's right.
Yes,
so
that's right.
it's we're on a season 2. We got voted in twice, so we're watching it. Yeah. So anything that like we start watching in the Tuesday slot because it got voted in, if like this follow up seasons or movies don't get, we'll shift it over to the Thursday slot. Or if we don't have anything that we're like queued up to watch, like right now, obviously Cinderella Grey is going to show up soon on the Thursday slot. And
you gotta do it.
I
You
know
have
everyone's
to
saying
do
it. And so if we don't have anything queued up because we've watched all the follow-ups to anything we didn't finish on the Tuesday slot, we just kind of pick whatever we feel like. And Umamusume was one of those. I saw that the Global was coming out and we kind of had like an open spot, and I said, George, we got to watch this horse girl anime. And George is like, bro, please don't make me do it.
For literally almost verbatim. I was like,
Please don't.
Yeah, he was
like,
not.
bro, why? Why? Because so in my mind, we'd watch Nokatan before. I don't know if you heard of that anime. It's a Dear Girl one.
Yeah.
Man, I struggled through that one. There was funny moments. Yeah, there was funny moments, but I don't know what it is. Like almost since day one that I met Graham, he like has this sick twisted desire to get me to like cat girls for some reason. He's like, look at this perfection incarnate or whatever the frick he says, and I'm just like, no, dude, this looks so weird, and it just like puts me off every single time. It is something I think I was born with. It's not like a choice that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hate cat girls and these human animal hybrids. It's just whenever I see a hybrid, I'm just like, oh, I get the ick, as the kids say, right? I get the freaking ick.
No,
so when he started recommending, or not recommending, rather requesting that we watch, yeah, it went from a request to a force of watching a horse girl anime. I almost relented. I was like, all right, bro, I'm in too deep now. We have like a whole channel dedicated to me watching anime. All right, fair enough.
That's right.
And like I said, I ended up liking it.
That's right.
It's great. I'm looking forward to Cinderella Grey, actually. Unironically, I can't believe I'm saying this, but here we are.
And Orb as well. So Orb has like been on our radar.
Yes.
To answer your question fully, it's been on our radar. We really, really want to watch it, but like we just have such a backlog. And our time is limited. George's time is super limited. He's like the busiest guy on the planet. So we only have so much time, and then we only have so much editing time. So we'll get to it as soon as we can, basically.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, like, I definitely don't want to like push it on, like, especially if you have like a stacked schedule, but it is really good. I will say, like, I do have some manga, but Orb is like a collection I actually just bought for myself.
Nice.
It's only 4 volumes. It's actually really short, but it's pretty good.
Does season 1 cover the entire story?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yes, you took it right out of my mouth.
It does.
It does.
Oh man,
it's a one and doneer.
Well, maybe because of Rednu's suggestion, we'll be accelerating that in the Thursday slot here a little bit. Or maybe people will vote it in on Tuesday, and the Kaguya fans will get shafted and have to wait for frickin' the Tuesday or the Thursday slot. Who knows? So they'll know who to blame.
Interesting. So what's your favorite anime, you would say, if you had to pick one as like your top tier?
Wow. My favorite? I would have to say, like, I really enjoyed season 1 and 2 of ReZero. That's probably very high up there, but Orb is also just something really, really high up there too. So that's definitely like top. Both of those are both in like top 5. Nice. That's a tough question though. Yeah, it's hard. I've never really thought of things as like, this is my favorite. This is like
same.
This
Maybe
is
it's
my
a hard question.
best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could rewatch it all the time. It's like, but I can't. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, ReZero is something I've watched multiple times, both seasons. Not the recent ones though, and I do want to watch those. But besides that, I guess Madoka Magica I've watched multiple times. That one's interesting.
Madoka Magica.
I
I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
I want George to watch that, but I need to queue up more stuff to get, because it's kind of a genre subversion a little bit, and that's
boy.
so we need George to actually know the genre a little bit
I
before
see.
he starts to appreciate these subversions. So yeah,
I maybe yeah, that definitely could help. I'm not like I will say I'm not like a super magical girl sort of fan in terms of like anime. So like I just thought it was really good. Even like understanding like that
Yeah.
it is kind of a subversion of the genre a little bit. But besides that, yeah, those are probably be I guess Fate would be
Fate.
good too. Both Heaven's Feel and Unlimited Blade Works. All right.
So good.
Fate Zero. Fate Zero definitely is high up there, top 10 at least. Yeah, it's tough. There's just a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
anime.
bet.
Frieren, obviously.
Frieren.
Friren's really good.
Frieren. That's definitely top 10, top 5 maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, just going through it, and I'm like, this anime pops up, and this anime pops up. It's just like, we'll be here
Well, you
for a
have
long
great
time.
taste.
Yeah.
Great taste. Those are all really good anime. I haven't watched a ton of Fate, but I have seen several seasons of some stuff. Really good, super interesting characters and stuff like that, powers and abilities. Gilgamesh is by far my favorite, next to Astolfo, for all the obvious reasons. But yeah, it's a great series, super fun. Can't wait to start that on the channel with George. He's gonna love it.
Yeah. Fate,
Yeah.
Fate Zero is definitely like good. And some people would say it's like not a very good entry. I do think it's actually a pretty good entry. I think it's very intriguing, and it does explain like the rules and what is happening, like the main sort of plot device, so to speak. Yeah.
Sure. Interesting. Oh, do you have a favorite umamusume?
Oh, favorite umamusume. I would say there's Hishi Amazon, there's Machikana Tanhoiza, who's also known as like Mambo. I don't know if you've seen
Okay.
Oh, Mambo.
I was gonna say, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, Mambo, got
Mambo.
it.
Yeah. Mambo.
For the more casual
She's just-
fans.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just way too adorable, and it's
Yeah.
funny. She has like the weird lisp, and it's funny
Yeah.
too. Like the gags surrounding her, like she always gets the nosebleed, or she always gets like. Bonked.
Oh, what? I
It's
didn't
kinda
know
unfortunate.
that.
Yeah. No, yeah, in season 2, I think you probably saw they were praying at the shrine, and the shrine bell like crazily
yeah.
enough fell on like the box
Yes.
and bounced off and hit
Okay.
her face.
That's right.
The other time I believe it was like Twin Turbo and the Team Canopus meeting room would
Oh
be
yeah.
kicking and
The
screaming,
shoe?
and like her shoe
Yeah.
her shoe flew off and ricochets around like a like a dangerous bullet, and like just pelts her in the face, I think.
That's
yeah.
so funny.
So Mambo, I would say Hishi Amazon is the one I like aesthetically a lot. But like I like a lot of the umamusume. There's Fuji Kiseki, there's King Halo. I think we did like a whole rating, and I think Mambo, Hishi Amazon was on top. There's Hishi Miracle. There's a lot of characters in umamusume.
There's
You know,
a
so
lot.
picking a favorite is hard. But if I had to
Yeah.
pick a favorite, it'd be Mambo. It'd be Machikana Tanhoiza.
Okay, nice. I'm glad that you realize that we are just a little too on the casual side. We wouldn't catch the name exactly. Mambo. I've seen. I
Mambo,
literally
yeah.
saw a short where people were disparaging like those casual umamusume fans. They only know her by Mambo, and I was like, oh no, it's me. I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
So,
I mean, people gatekeepers are gonna gatekeep. You know, it is what it is.
True.
true that. That is funny.
Well, believe it or not, almost an hour and a half has already gone by.
Oh,
so
dang.
time flies when we're having fun, literally. Thank
I
you
was
so
wondering-
much, Rednu. Yeah, go ahead.
I was wondering if you had to go really quick, or if you'd have time for a question. One question.
Of course.
Oh yes, go for it. We just
100%.
wanted to be respectful for your time. We got more time. If you have questions, go for it.
Oh, I'm good. Like, if you guys want to go longer, we can. But I had a question
Awesome,
because we
okay.
were talking about it, and I wanted to ask this when you guys were talking about it, was regarding season 1, 2, and 3. If you had to rank them and give me like reasons like why you like them or maybe dislike them, what would I guess what would that look like? Because you guys watched season 1, 2, and 3 and not Road to the
Yes.
Top, right? It was just
Yep.
1,
Right.
2, and 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
none of the OVAs, and not Cinderella Grey and the movie. Yeah.
Okay,
For
yeah.
me, I think I would do 2, 3, 1. I think is how I would kind of rank them. I really like honestly, I say that, and the difference between them isn't that big. It's not like, we got an S tier, B tier, C tier. It's more like 3 S tiers or 2 S tiers at least, and like one like high A, maybe leaking into S tier kind of territory, right? And the reason I pick that is I really identified with Tokai Teo's unwillingness to give up, right? She got right, or I guess, they're basing the Uma off the actual horse, but like she got right up to the point of like, I think it's time to accept that this dream, it doesn't exist, and I gotta give up on it. And then just at the last second, she gets that last bit of motivation, and then she comes out and freaking against all odds just blows it out of the water. And it's that kind of
Crazy.
grit and just against overwhelming odds type of victory that kind of stuff always freaking gets me. The underdog stuff. We had Pyrex on TAC Time, and he told me, I'm gonna freaking love Cinderella Grey for that very reason, and so I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, it's just those kind of things always. I don't know. Since the beginning, since I was young, that kind of story always got to me. I really liked Kiri-san Black's story as well. Just the realization that, time is ever marching forward. I'm not like old, but I'm 34. I'm every year it gets, I get older, and you look back, it's like, geez. I vividly remember being in like elementary school and thinking, summer lasts forever. Summer break is, you got a whole year of summer break. This is amazing. And now, it's just like, bro, it's already 2026. It felt like 2025 just started, right? And so the passage of time is something that I can, relate to a lot. And then I like, I say I like, and I forget her name now. The protagonist of
Special Week?
Special Week. Thank you. Special Week. I really like Special Week as a character and stuff. So yeah, I'd go 3, 2, 1, but they're very close. Or sorry, 2, 3, 1. Sorry, but they're very close to each other. That's kind of how I would rank them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like a lot of people would kind of place it around that order as well, and it makes sense too. The reasons you described.
Yeah. I'm pretty much in the same boat. I hope my ranking is consistent. I don't know if I've ranked these before. I'm pretty sure I have, but I would say for sure number 2 is definitely season 2 is definitely my favorite. The story of Tokai Teo was great, but for me it's the special kind of combination of how Twin Turbo's story affected Tokai Teo's story. Like Twin Turbo, like I'm an old anime fan, so I really expected that Twin Turbo was just always going to be that kind of gremlin character who just always talked big but never really got the results. But when you see her, coming out at the end there to motivate Tokai Teo, and like I literally remember saying like when Twin Turbo was like, well, I'm going to win just to prove to her that it can be done. And I was just like, you're not. Like you're just not.
You're not.
Like,
gonna do it.
I'm sorry. Like you're just not. Like you're just not that horse. You're not a horse that's gonna pull out this epic win. Like it's nice and it's cute that she's doing that and it's part of the story that she wants to. But like it's just not gonna happen. But then it freaking does. It happens, and then it pulls to her like pulling out the most insane win. And it's such a magical moment. It's genuinely one of my favorite moment in anime history of watching anime for as long as I have. It was so incredible. So George says like there's a bit, there's only a bit of a gap. For me, season 2 is way up there. Like season 2 was just the way that they were able to pull that off and subvert the expectations for me. And I love Tokai Teo. She's my favorite. It was the perfect thing for me. It couldn't have been better. It literally was just absolute perfection. Season 3 was awesome as well because I think I like Kitazan Black. But I like George said, I really like the story that they're telling there of like the forever march of time. Like it becomes, unfortunately, more and more relevant as time goes on. I just gain a more appreciation. I feel like if I watched that in my early 20s, I would have been like, whatever, I don't care. But like now that I'm like, 35, I'm just like, okay, I get it. I'm starting to get it, right? So it's a story that becomes more personal as it goes along. And then I would say the first season after that is it's a nice story. It's just like a good feel good story of someone who's trying to accomplish their dreams, and there's a bit of suspense and shock in there with, like you had mentioned, with Suzuka, that like you don't really expect is going to happen. So that would probably be my rankings, and the second's definitely above 3 and 2. No, the second is definitely above 3 and 1, but they're all like just so good. It's surprising. It's really genuinely surprising how well they're able to come up with these stories and make them so just so, what's the word? You just kind of, the characters really entreat themselves to you, and you really kind of get invested, and before you know it, you're really invested by the time the race hits. I think that was the most shocking thing is you're enjoying it, you're having a good time, you like the characters, but then when the races start, you're just like, you're kind of like more invested than you expected, and then you are cheering for the horse. You're like, let's go, we gotta do this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Umamusume as a property is something else.
Yeah, the fact that they were able to take real results from the races and kind of use them in the story and everything, that was what tipped me over in the end. Because like we watched, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes before like people in the comments started saying that to us. And that was a total game changer. Like I was enjoying it. I was like, okay, this is a cool story and stuff like that. But whenever something's based on real life events, it's really just loosely based, right? And they almost, extrapolate a story from there. But this was like another level. Obviously, we've seen some of the criticisms of how like with season 3, Kitty-san Black, the real horse didn't like fully retire in this way and all that stuff. And so there is some extrapolation, but being able to include the real race results adds another level of suspense and intrigue that's just it's just amazing that they're able to do that. It's freaking, it's the best. So how would you rank them, Rednu?
I'd go pretty much the same way. Like as much as I would like to maybe go against the grain, I do think that it's just kind of undeniable. Season 2 is fantastic, and I would probably do like if it were S, A, and B, it would be 2, 3, and 1. Season 2, like for all the reasons you guys described, it was fantastic. That Tokai Teo moment with the twin turbo, right?
It's crazy.
Her against all odds winning the Arima Kinen, right? I personally also liked some of the side stories that they did too, with like Rice Shower and Mihona Bourbon. I thought Rice Shower's arc was very touching and just like kind of sad, it was like kind of messed up.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So there's that. With regards to season 3, it could be closer to season 1, but like it was better. Like animation quality, the choreography, the music they like jumped up from season 2 to season 3. Like some of the soundtrack that they have on that was very, very cool. So it's there. It's definitely really good. It's definitely not as like compelling as season 2 in the characters, I think, but it's still good. And it's still like, even though it's a different story, it's still an also engaging, compelling one. That being like you hitting your peak, right? So
Right.
that definitely comes into play. But besides that, season 1, besides the Suzuka part, I really did enjoy the El Condor Pasa moment when she didn't win the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe and had to make the sad call back home. You know, I thought that was very touching. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And yeah, like the real results, like you say, it just gives it more credibility. It's like you can't write this stuff almost. You know what I mean? And like, or you would think it's like, oh, this just looks like, you know, BS. This doesn't look like it would actually happen. This seems kind of fake. Oh, this guy's got plot armor. But no, it's like this is what happened. And that's like you having to come to terms with that is just like, oh shoot, that was crazy. This was amazing. Like after Tokai Teo's third fracture, not racing for a whole year. Came back and won the biggest race of the year. It's like, that's insane. You have to be making that up, but they didn't. You know?
It's bizarre.
So like, it's all good. The only problem is just like season 1, like they could tell the story. I feel like in more compelling ways. I think they were just trying a lot of different things. They were trying to figure out who this weird mix mash franchise IP was like supposed to be marketed towards and how they were going to land with an audience, and it kind of just fell short on a lot of different marks, but you know, set up a foundation otherwise for something that would totally kill it after. So
so without giving too much away, how would you,
I think you're asking the same thing I was about to ask.
How would you then insert the Cinderella Grey and the other stories into that ranking?
Oh, good question. So like Road to the Top, Beginning of a New Era, and Cinderella Grey, right? Okay. Road to the Top, I'd put it in the same tier as season 3.
Okay.
There's a good story in it, and the character is good too. I like Ayabe. Ayabe being sort of the pet name of Admire Vega. I think she's really cool. But I just feel like it didn't have that much time to develop what it wanted, and Nagisa Top Road as a character was... Well, I now I feel like I'm coloring your impressions of the anime before you guys even watch it.
It's all good.
Yeah, the main character was okay, you know. But a lot of people do like it. So like, you know, people could tear apart my take in the comments, or you guys might have a different opinion. I welcome it. But
Sure.
So I would put it in the same tier as season 3.
Okay.
Beginning of a New Era is the movie, and I don't know when this is exactly is airing, but I think at the end of February and a little bit into March, in the United States, there are a lot of select theaters that are going to be showing Beginning of a New Era. I recommend highly. Yeah, I recommend highly everyone to like buy tickets and watch it. It is like one of the best anime movies I've ever seen in my life. And so like,
what? Okay.
Wow, okay.
Interesting.
it is really, really good. It's fantastic. The animation quality, the story, the dialogue, the you know, the music. You know, it's I would say like the only thing kind of liking is like maybe the plot ish, but it's just like there's only so much you can fit in that slot, you know, that time slot. You know what I mean? So like I don't really blame it. I think everything about it though, besides that, the characters and their development, the build up, the execution of everything is just fantastic. It's amazing. I would probably put it a tier or two above season 2. And
okay. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Cinderella Grey would have to be probably below it. Just slightly.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have to be below just slightly.
Interesting.
But,
without giving
still
away
above
too much.
tier 2, or sorry, season 2.
Above season 2. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
A whole tier above season 2 for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
the best is yet to come. Wow. Yeah, we're really
yeah.
excited. We're so excited. We're doing Bunny Girl Senpai season 2 right now, and because we're watching Frieren and Jujutsu Kaisen, we're the editing time is so much and the watching time is so much. We're gonna have to. We usually do 2 episodes per video, but now we're just doing 1, so we're like it feels like we're crawling through our shows right now. So it's slow coming, but it's coming soon, very soon. So within
Yes.
about like a month or so, we'll be watching it, or so, something like that. So
Yeah.
very
yeah,
excited.
Something like that. A little bit more than maybe like at 2 months tops. We'll
2
be
months
back
tops,
into
probably
Uma. Yes.
something like that. But yeah, Sumo Say will be coming soon again, and it sounds like it's going to be hella peak. So I'm pretty pumped for that. Dang.
Hell yeah. Yeah, if you guys have my like Discord, so I mean definitely let me know if you ever get to watching Orb and Cinderella
Yes.
Grey
Yes.
or Beginning of a New Era. Would love to hear your thoughts on those because those are they're just peak. They're really good.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
Okay, very good.
I've heard the things I've heard about Orb, like it's not been a whole lot, but the stuff that have heard about Orb, I'm like, that's kind of right up my alley. In my top anime are things like Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan. I always have to say is like my number 1 because that is what broke it for me. That is what broke the dam
Yeah.
that was preventing me from watching anime. The cringe dam was just like,
Oh
no,
my
I
gosh.
can't do anime. It's too weird. And Graham, in a wise move, suggested this as the first thing to watch. And I was like, okay, all right, anime, I see you. I didn't realize you could not be weird and on top of that be insanely amazing and compelling.
Oh yeah,
So,
for sure.
out of respect for the OG, I always have to just say Attack on Titan's my number 1. And it also is like a story I love as well. It's not just respect, right?
Yeah.
But like things like Vinland Saga, I'm really liking. Frieren, ReZero, I'd have to put up there as well. That was also very good. And so Orb, from what I've heard, is like somewhat of like an introspective type of anime that really kind of makes you think. That's right up my alley. And so I'm looking forward to that for sure. And if you ever listen or read The First Law, definitely hit us up because I love hearing people's thought
Sure.
on that and other recommendations, right? But that one first.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, for sure. When I get around to it, if I can find some time, I will definitely let you guys know for sure.
And no pressure, obviously. But if you also if you watch Jobless Reincarnation, Mushoku Tensei.
True, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on both of those. Yeah, we've both been through those recently. So, well, I guess George for The First Law, not so recently, but the other ones we have watched. So, yeah, it would be very interesting.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, we got things to do, unfortunately.
It's
Otherwise,
Frieren
we could
Day
keep
today.
This going. Yeah, it's Frieren
Nice.
Day. Yeah, we're gonna get to sit down and watch some Frieren. But
Wait, where are you
know-
guys in Frieren?
So we're watching season 2 as it's coming out live.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we haven't seen the episode of today yet. Have you seen it?
I haven't
Not
watched
yet.
season 2 yet.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I
Season
want
2
to
is-
watch it. I want to watch it live. I have a Patreon too, so I need to catch up on some anime.
All right, there you go.
Fair,
No better
fair.
excuse.
Yes. Yeah, so we got stuff to do unfortunately today, but we would love to have you back at some point in the
Yes.
future. This has been a blast.
Yeah,
All
For
our
sure.
guests
Just hit me up.
have been it's so chill and so fun to talk to, and we could do it forever. But before we go, is there anything you want to shout out? Any projects, any upcoming videos, anything you'd like your audience or maybe our audience as well to know about?
Nothing too big on the horizon. I mean, we're gonna watch, horse races as they come along in the season. I'm definitely like trying to keep up to date with the Japanese horse races. So check out my channel,
nice.
youtube.com/c/Rednu or @Rednu. I don't know. Twitch.tv/Rednu23. Like we stream live pretty much every day. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We're
Nice.
streaming umamusume and also watching horse racing. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
And these are real horse races, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's cool.
Absolutely.
That's awesome that you're doing that.
Umamusume
Yeah,
has
there's,
made a convert out of you, it seems.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm even betting. I'm betting on the horse
Oh,
races.
dang. Let's go.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's-
All right.
Yeah, it's really crazy and it's really cool. Like, because right now I would even suggest, if you guys are into it at all, to watch it. Actually, it's tomorrow. Of the recording, the Saudi Cup. The Saudi Cup is
Okay.
happening.
Yeah.
And Forever Young is going to be racing it. Forever Young is a horse owned by the CEO of Cyber Agent. Cyber Agent is the parent company of Cygames. And
Ooh.
Forever Young
Dang.
was foaled as in born, the same year, I think maybe even the same day as the Japanese Umamusume game when it launched.
Wow.
That's
It's
cool.
either that or when they do the anime. I'm not too sure, but
Sure.
you know, around that time, and he's been
Crazy.
killing it. He's like probably
Really?
one of the best dirt horses in the world.
That's
Jeez.
amazing.
A contender for all time. He's been crazy. He won this thing, the thing that I'm wearing right here, the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't predicted to for Japan as a Japanese horse. And this is an American race, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
He's crazy, and they're gonna make him into an Umamusume too. Like,
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Let's freaking go.
yeah.
Hopefully, they
Okay.
make an anime out of his story. Then that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That's
I
sick.
think they will. Honestly, I do. It's
No doubt.
He's kind of crazy.
Dang.
Dang,
That's sick.
contender
Okay.
for best of all time. That is quite the statement.
Yeah.
Dang. So how long
Well,
has Forever Young been racing for then?
about 4 years now. I'm pretty sure. That's
Okay. Oh, I guess
I'm
yeah.
pretty
Duh.
sure
If
4
it came
years.
out, yes.
Yeah, about
it came out
5-ish around, something
the,
like
the
that.
anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born. Well, I'm sorry. No, he's around. He's 5 years old, so he's only been racing for like 2 or 3 years at this point.
Right, it makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool. Well, I don't know if I'll have time, but maybe I can watch highlights. I don't think I've ever seen like a full-on horse race, start to beginning to end. So that I've been so busy, I didn't even know the Winter Olympics were happening. Like it wasn't until we were watching the Super Bowl and there was like an ad. It's like the Olympics right after this. I was like, wait, hold up. The Olympics are happening right now? And everyone was like, yeah, where you been, bro? Living under a rock. It's like, apparently.
Apparently.
I had no
Right.
idea that the Winter Olympics are happening. But okay, Forever Young Saudi Cup. I'll see if I can make some time to tune in. How do you watch it? Is this like online somewhere or
I haven't figured it out exactly just yet, but it's gonna be online for sure. For
Okay.
sure, it's
Okay.
gonna be
Sure.
online. For sure, it's gonna be available. So I'm gonna watch it live on stream. It's gonna be 12:40 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I just DM'd you guys his record. All the second number is like where he finished. So he's won first in so many
Wow.
races.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Holy
it's-
jeez.
Yeah, you have to also like take into account like winning a G1 is like
Oh, yeah.
a miracle. It's
Yeah, yep.
miraculous, and he
Who,
just
as we've
wins
come to learn.
so many. He's kind of crazy.
Jeez. Wow. I don't
is
know if
crazy.
the anime is going to be very entertaining because this guy's just going to dominate everything.
Yeah, right. He just wins. He just wins
Yeah,
all the
it's just-
time.
that's the whole
Yeah, I
anime is
know.
winning. That's
Dang.
hilarious.
That's amazing. Yeah, but I mean that's quite the record. I don't know if we'll remember to put it up on the screen, but people can at least Google it. And he's, from what I'm seeing here, nothing lower than third place. So
Yep.
that's,
Exactly.
that's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild.
Well, thank you so much, Rednu, for your time. We appreciate you coming on TAC Time, giving us you're a busy guy, we can tell, and so giving us a couple hours to just chat with us has been great. We'd love to
Yes.
have you back. Like everybody said, please check out his channel, streaming every day, weekends as well.
Sometimes I take a day off on Sunday. But yeah.
Okay, sure. Fair enough.
Nice.
Fair enough. But check out his Twitch, Rednu23 it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure I get this right.
Rednu23.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Hopefully
having
you
me.
guys enjoyed. Yes,
Of
hopefully you
course.
had a good time too. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely.
And to our viewers, hopefully you enjoyed. If there's anybody else you'd like to see stop by on TAC Time, just hit us up in the comments. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
See you, everybody.
Take care.
All right. Peace.